Hi, how's it going? Continuing on with the September general reads. Everything you need to know is in the description box of the video. We've already done Scorpio, we've done Libra, did Virgo. Leo, it's your turn. Did I do Leo? No, I haven't. Leo, it's your turn. Please check out the description box of the video for everything you need to know. You should probably watch your rising moon and Venus sign for additional messages. In addition to that, if you'd like to donate to the channel, the only way to do so is through my PayPal, which is in the description box of the video. I will never reach out to you individually, personally, looking for cash or to offer personal readings, but I will be opening up personal readings, which you can find information on how to book through the description box of the videos, as well as my channel once I finish all of the September reads. What else do I need to let you know? Oh yeah, if you believe in esoteric things, then you probably also believe in other things like, well, you know, I am clairsentient, claircognizant, and clairaudient. And so if I hear ringing during my readings on my right-hand side, then that means that I'm getting messages from people I know that have passed on. And if I'm hearing it on the left, then it's messages from my spirit guides. What else do I need to let you know? Not really anything. We're going to do a little bit of a different deal this month. I'm going to do Celtic Cross. I'm going to clarify with another deck, and then we will do, well, first we're going to do a couple of oracle messages for you, and of course, you know, a fan favorite. We will do some messages through Magnetic Poetry. Using the Elke Oracle deck, as well as the I Am Power Pack to get you a couple of oracle messages. So let's do that. Slow Show by The National. I want to hurry on home to you and put on a slow show for you. That's kind of something I've got stuck in my head right now. This stuff here. So Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month. I'm also thinking of doing some shorts for the channel. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. All right, Leo. That was fast. That was fast. Isra, she who dreams, escape, dreams, fantasy. I love the artwork on these. So there's something coming through for you in your dreams, perhaps, maybe, more than likely, yeah. So that's something that you should probably look at, but also escapism through fantasy, all right? Something very ethereal about this card. Somebody looking off into the distance during the moonlight there. The wind in her hair, right? What's your, I'm going to cut the deck for your affirmation that you can use during the month in order to kind of get through the month. So we'll get that for you here. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I just heard Scorpio. You dealing with a Scorpio? I know Scorpio in your chart. Something happening during Scorpio season for you. Something to that effect, I don't know. And so we'll cut the deck for you. Take the middle guy. I am forgiving. Is there something you're trying to, you need to forgive somebody for, or to remind yourself that you are forgiving? Okay. All right. Going to use the Joie de Vivre deck. I'm using brighter shades in this month here. We've got a lot of planets in retrograde, so it's kind of a hardcore month. So trying to make sure that we kind of lighten the mood by having some more colorful decks that we're using. I will clarify with the Deviant Moon Tarot. I do not read that in the reverse. And I'm going to try and be a little faster, because even though I am being faster with things, even though it's a shorter spread, it seems to be that I'm having a little bit of trouble with, you know, not still having videos that are almost an hour long, which means that nobody's watching, because I'm not being promoted, right? Whoa, a bunch want to kick out. Also, something that you need to know, I will not pull or accept more than 2 cards as opposed to 3, my rule of 3, because this is a different type of spread. So okay. All right, current energy for you, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What do we got? Okay, that was fast. Ace of Cups in the reverse. There's a false beginning, or something kind of not really getting off to, I'm getting something going, kind of getting off to a rocky start when it comes to an emotional situation or relationship. Doesn't necessarily have to be love. Could be in a family scenario, but I'm kind of feeling like it's like a reversal of a start. Something that you believed was beginning isn't necessarily beginning. Yeah. What else do we have for you? What's the obstacle? What's the obstacle here? Yeah. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's the obstacle? That one was spinning on the table. Ace of Coins. Is it because there was a deal that didn't go through? Is that why the emotional offer isn't there either? Like a contract didn't start? Materialistic piece to this. Something, you know, like there wasn't, you know, something tangible that was a part of it. And so there was no deal because there was a lack of the tangible. Very well. Might be possible that that's the case. What's top of mind for you, Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Ooh, those wanted to jump out. No, we're not going to do that. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Oh, that's too many. One stuck on the board, though, so we'll take it. What is it? Four of Cups in the reverse. All your cards coming out reversed so far. So right now you're trying to have fun. You're trying to keep yourself out of like this bored energy, you know. I typically will get that Four of Cups out, and I'll think grief, abandonment, loss, in the heart space, but also a lack of interest. Here, you're very intrigued and you're attempting to keep yourself occupied in some way, shape, or form. Okay, we're going to clarify everything anyway. But yeah, you're trying to keep yourself in a positive headspace. Normally, I will also read this as recognizing the cup from the divine that's been extended out to you, as opposed to being like ignoring the cup from the divine. But in this card, I'm kind of getting the sense that you're coming out of a bored energy or a state of lack of interest, or a state of depression when it comes to these types of things that have to do with the emotional. You intuitively know that that's going to keep you in a healthy headspace, to keep yourself occupied, I think. What's hidden from your awareness, Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Oh, Jesus, I stuck. Hierophant with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So what's hidden from your awareness right now is that there's a reversal in fortune that has to do with something that you've held in high regard in terms of belief. There's something that you believed in, followed advice on from a wise sage, or a higher philosophical order, or a philosophy from religious, like a religious factor of some sort here. And there's been a reversal in fortune when it comes to it. I'm not one of these tarot readers who just automatically ascribes or attributes that Hierophant to marriage. You know? I don't just go there and it's like, yeah, it's marriage. No, I don't do that. I don't do that. I'm seeing a reversal in fortune that's making you question your beliefs. That's what's hidden from your awareness right now. Could be that's another reason why the false start and the lack of offer or lack of beginning in a contract sense that we're seeing here. In the recent past, that was quick. The Devil in the reverse, a lot of tempestuous energy, a lack of respect for all things that are on the earthly plane. I know that's a really vague summing up of it, but it's like, oh, I gotta sneeze, one sec. Sorry. Anyway, a lack of respect for good food, good wine, good sex, somebody who's living in excess energy when it comes to those kinds of things. Encountering somebody who's like that, but also it could be that you might be encountering that energy yourself. Excess, shopping addiction, alcoholism, drug addiction, gambling. It's energy of not having the proper respect for the things that we build upon the earth, or a lack of tangibility. The Devil card in the reverse can also signify fear and obsession. I don't read it the same as other readers, guys. Sorry. I happen to be a Capricorn. And so having something like the Devil as your power card helps you. And I actually urge everybody to take their cards in the tarot, in the major arcana, and study them at length and what they mean for you. They cannot be summed up by one. The complexities of the Devil card. The Devil in the upright would be heralding having that firm respect for the things that, you know, the worldly pleasures of the earth, right? And what are those worldly pleasures? This is the opposite of that. Gluttony. You know, like the 7 deadly sins. But more so like gluttony, greed. Right? I'm getting that actually, gluttony and greed. Not being connected to your higher self and knowing how to master the things upon the earth. In the near future, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Death in the upright. An ending of sorts could also just be transformation, right? Because, honest, and I mean, even endings are transformation. Endings are transformation. When one thing ends, another thing begins. Right? But something is ending in the near future. There's an end being put to something. We're going to clarify what it is. Scorpionic energy on this. Capricorn energy in the past. Moving towards an ending. Moving towards an ending. I think this is something that you are putting to an end. I don't think this is something that's befalling you. But that's not for me to decide. But I'm getting that here because this individual is riding towards the portal, going down the tunnel towards the end of the tunnel. Going towards a beginning and an end. Transforming something into a new state, out of an old into a new state. In the present, an extension of the present for you. It's too many. I'm getting a lot of crown chakra right now. Crown chakra is opening right now. It almost feels like there's a need to be connected to the higher self here. Like preoccupying yourself, keeping yourself busy because you believe that idle hands are the devil's... Ooh, idle hands are the devil's plaything? Is that why you're keeping yourself? That's what taught... Excuse me. Is that why you have something that's top of mind for you? Is because you know that idle hands are the devil's plaything. So you're trying not to get back into this energy of excess by keeping yourself busy. Because you know that if you aren't busy, then you're going to get into that place. When really your intuition is calling to you to connect with your higher self. An extension of the present for you. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Pleasure gets so easily abused. No, confused. Pleasure gets so easily confused. False dichotomy. Pleasure gets so easily confused. Show me something that can't be bought. Magician. So there's something that you're attempting to master here. You're trying to master the elements in order to master yourself at this time. There might be something that is... in the reverse, it would be trickery and illusion. I still think there is illusion here, but I think that it's more about you attempting to master the elements. Okay? I think that, well, it's the Gemini Virgo energy as well. We are in Virgo season. But I think you're trying to master the elements in order to then be able to master oneself, or master oneself in order to master the elements. There's something of attempting to pull a rabbit out of the hat, I'm hearing over here. Trying to pull something off that would, to some people, seem as if a miracle. Nothing short of a miracle. And trying to conduct the symphony of energy around you in order to bring something to fruition that other people would think is nothing short of a miracle. Who is surrounding you? Six of Cups. This is energy of somebody who is connected with you from childhood. Is also a returning past lover. And in addition to that, I also see this as somebody who has a deep personal childhood wish that they're connecting with at this time. Absolutely. I'm not trying to be basic here. I will clarify. Hopes and fears at this time. How are you, Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. That's too many. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What do we have in your hopes and fears? Your fear is injustice. Your fear is emotion over strategy and logic. Are you afraid that you're going to lose control of your emotions in a scenario? That you won't be able to think clearly because of your emotions in a specific situation? King, you might be afraid, like this is actually Aquarius card. Might be there might be fear associated with the King of Swords not acting in his right power. Also, injustice. And I definitely see a King of Swords in the reverse as somebody who acts out of over emotionality as opposed to strategy and logical thinking. So that might be your fear. In the future, 6 months out, I always read my futures in my Celtic cross as 6 months out. But of course, this is a reading just for a month, so bear with me on that. All right. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay, we got one. The other, this is too many. The Sun. This is you. Connectedness is the happiest card in the tarot. A wish being granted. Illumination of something. Warmth. Happiness. A sense of joy coming up here for you about something. A yes card. The Sun is the yes card in the tarot. It's something that I always see as the yes card in the tarot. What else? There. We'll figure out what it's about. Don't worry. A couple just wanted to flip there. Okay. And coming out of anxiety. So whatever it is that you're hearing yes about, or the wish fulfillment, or the warmth and illumination there, it's got to do with something that you've been anxious about, had sleepless nights about. Because you're coming out of that Nine of Swords energy, which is nightmare, sleepless nights. Something of anxiety. Staying up in the middle of the night thinking about something. It's provoked fear and anxiety in you. And we ended up with two more, so I have to take them. The World in the reverse. Something not ending. Reconciliation. The merry-go-round of crazy. When you think something's ended, something else is twisting back around for you. So it's a card of incompletion. When you have the World in the reverse, I don't want you to think that, you know, it's just about, you know, things not ending. It's also about a lack of wholeness. Because sometimes we forget that the World is also about wholeness in the upright. So sometimes it's about a lack of wholeness as well. Yeah. And then we have the Knight of Swords, impetuous, impulsive energy, action towards something, impulsive action being taken towards something. Gemini card here. So you could probably expect that there will be something that hasn't ended, an impulsive action being taken towards a specific goal. Be careful on that. You know, you want to be that person who's kind of irresponsibly riding around lopping people's heads off with a sword there, yeah? Because that would generally play into your fear with that King of Swords in the reverse. Acting out of emotion as opposed to logic, right? Yeah. So, all right. Overall energy. I have the Seven of Coins in the reverse. There's been a lack of proper investment in something of the tangible. That's the reason for the read. Let's clarify. I'm making good time. That never happens. I don't read the Deviant Moon deck in the reverse, okay? I don't. I'm still hearing Slow Show by The National in my head here. I want to hurry home to you and put on a slow show for you. Oh, that didn't want to shuffle the way I like it. I don't read these in reverse. Okay. Why didn't something here begin? Tell me about that Ace of Cups in reverse. It's got to do with some type of emotional relationship of some sort. Remember? because there wasn't proper communication of worth or an offer, a tangible offer, a proper communication of an offer. It's interesting because that's actually your obstacle here is the Ace of Coins in the reverse. So, yeah. Sorry, there's something distracting on, like I have a notification on my screen here on the side, and it's kind of, I can't just get rid of it. So, anyway, timepiece, peace offering. Communication, it didn't happen. Though, about something tangible. Anything else? Anything else on that? You want to tell me more about that? You want to know more about it. Had to do with a meeting. A meeting of minds. Meeting of the minds. What was this meeting of the minds about? I don't know. But you were attempting to meet up with somebody and it didn't happen. The obstacle here with that Ace of Coins in the reverse. Tell me. Oops. Somebody is watching. But so there's a lot left out in the cold energy. You felt excluded from something. You weren't offered something of a tangible or material sense, or you weren't offered a contract of some sort, and it made you feel left out in the cold or excluded in some way. You were watching while other people were receiving that. So even keeping yourself busy, keeping yourself from being bored, keeping your mind occupied. This is Aries energy for me when I say the King of Wands. You've been keeping yourself bored and distracted from the, it's a little bit of angry energy I'm getting off of that, with that King of Wands. Attempting to focus on what you can control. Because as long as you are staying out of bored energy, depressed energy, a place where you have lack of interest, you can focus on things that you can control. And that keeps you out of an angry space, an angry headspace, or a headspace that kind of seems as if like an emperor energy in the reverse, you know? Anything else you want to tell me about that Four of Cups? Intuitively, you know that it wouldn't be a good headspace to be in. You might be keeping this secret, that you have a little bit of fear about a lack of control in that sense. So keeping yourself out of a bored mindset or a depressed mindset. Intuitively, you know that the lack of control is the ugly space to be in, as opposed to a depressed headspace. Tell me about this Hierophant and Wheel of Fortune that's hidden from your awareness. Responsibilities, burdens. Philosophically, you believed that if you left everything up to the universe, that you could trust. The belief was that you could trust that you would always be taken care of in some sense or another, and that your responsibilities would be taken care of. It was a feeling of surrender. You know, a twist of fate happened that made you question that belief. You were feeling burdened, and the belief itself helped you to feel as if the weight on your shoulders wasn't so heavy. I'm getting like a career energy off of this right now. And it's weird because I've been getting a lot of relationship energy off of the other readings, but this is like a career energy. You believe that this would all be taken care of for you. So you kind of just, you dropped responsibilities and burdens and believed that you would be taken care of. You trusted in it. You trust fell on the universe to kind of take care of it for you. And it didn't pan out. And now you're questioning your whole belief. It's unconscious. It's hidden beneath the layers of your subconscious mind. Tell me about this devil and the reverse and the recent past. Let's unpack that just a little. You're healing. This is rehabilitation. You healing from an addiction of some sort, or you're healing from a lack of respect for the things that we built upon the earth, the worldly things that we build upon the earth. You were in the recent past attempting to help somebody heal from those things, taking meditative rest and quiet repose. Maybe a break. It's also considered sleeping something off under a tree. I think you knew it was a logical, strategic thing to do. The cards also got to do with probations officers, corrections officers, courts, judges, magistrates, lawyers, the law. You know, the law of logic and reason versus emotion. You might have been ordered to, it's interesting, I'm getting like court-ordered rehab out of this. Or like something where you were told you needed to take the time out because you were getting out of hand with one of your vices. And I mean, it doesn't have to be in the literal sense, guys. There are a million different things in the world that we all have that are monomanic preoccupations. All right? Not everything is that literal, you know, where it's like you have a drinking problem or a gambling problem or a shopping problem or you know, somebody is, you know, throwing the gavel down on an actual physical, you know, stand and saying you are sentenced to da-da-da-da-da. Somebody might have actually had a little heart-to-heart with you and told you, you need to do this, this, and this. Because shit is getting real. What's ending? Sorry, I had a bunch of that. What's ending? There's a choice in love. There is, okay, so lovers, sorry. Lovers is a choice in love. There's a transformation of a relationship here. Something's ending and something's beginning anew in a relationship, a romantic relationship in the next 2 weeks. You're either party to this or you're witnessing it. You're either witnessing it or you're actually a participant in it. And remember, guys, it doesn't necessarily have to be ending. It could be changing in some way from one thing to another thing. A transition of sorts from one state to another. Tell me more about it. What of it? Leo, tell me more about this. Tell me more about the lovers and the death. That's Gemini. Alright, Gemini card. Sorry, I have two that have flipped. I'm just trying not to lose them. Yeah, you guys, there's Gemini here. Oh no. I've seen this before, and I don't want anybody to get really freaked out. Leo, I really don't want you to get freaked out because I'm just a tarot reader on YouTube. Death and death. I've seen another reader do this before, and she was totally accurate and right about it. I don't want to be a dick about it, and I'm very sorry if this has already happened to you. You might already be mourning a loss. This is another Gemini card. Impulsive action. Impulsive action. Impulsive action, moving into a transformation of sorts and ending a transition in a relationship, a romantic relationship. Oh no. So death and death is usually, it's usually when somebody passes away. Don't freak out and don't panic, because we don't know that that's the case, and we don't know that it's going to happen. You could be mourning it in the next 2 weeks. You could be healing from something that's already happened in 2 weeks' time. It could be one of your former lovers that you made a choice about in the past. Impulsive action. Somebody you impulsively chose one person over another person. Swiftly taking action to end something. If we're not going to go with that interpretation, we could say swiftly taking action to end something. We got 2 Gemini cards and 2 Scorpio cards here. Gemini for Gemini, Scorpio for Scorpio. Let's do the Magician. What is it that you're, mastering here? What is the magic trick that you're pulling off here? Sorry, I got a lot of shit that's spilling out all at once. Your happiness, your warmth, your wish. You, yourself, self-mastery. It's like I said. Self-mastery. Tell me more about the self-mastery. Why? Why the self-mastery? I just saw Magician again. Because you know that you're going to, that you've got a lot of vices. Yeah, your own vices. You know there's a need for a deep respect for all things on the earthly plane. Things that are built upon the earth. Intuitively, you know this. Intuitively, you know this. You might be a Leo, Cancer cusp individual. Tell me about this person who's surrounding you with the Six of Cups energy. Tell me about the person with the Six of Cups energy. They have a broken heart, the person with the Six of Cups energy. They're brokenhearted because their long cherished childhood goal doesn't seem, or wish hasn't really come true. Or they're suffering a broken heart right now. Tell me more. Don't freak out, guys, okay? They're just tarot cards, alright? This is you. This is somebody who had to be brave. They had to be brave, and they might have had to break their own heart. And be courageous in it. They've had to keep their temper, or they've lost their temper. Leo energy. There's courageousness in the breaking of one's heart. Tell me more about the King of Swords here that you have in your hopes and fears. Work. You're working hard to quell this fear of yours about you know, mastering emotion and becoming as logical as you can, as opposed to over emotional. The sun. Tell me about the sun. What is your sun? Investing in your emotional fulfillment, investing in your family. That's where you see yourself in 6 months, is investing in your family, putting in the right action and energy, tending carefully to your pentacles in order to offer your family the right stability and happiness. It's too many. Passionate beginnings, matchstick of the divine, inspiration. Inspiration. You're inspired to move back towards something that isn't ending, that normally would have been seeing an end, or circling back to something to reevaluate because you're inspired to do so. There's a lot of creative energy behind it. It's something that you've always known was right for you because you're not anxious about it. You've never been nervous about it, where other things in your life you have been. And that's why you're going towards it with that impulsive, quick action. You know it's right and good. You're cutting through the BS to move towards it. It gives you a great deal of balance, and you know it's true and fair for you. Could have to do with a Libra. You might enlist the help of a Libra individual for this. Can you tell us more about what this is? Yeah, because you've waited a long time to move towards it. Something you've waited a long time to do. Something you've always kind of stood there and thought about and thought about and thought about and thought about. Overall energy is your stability, your ultimate legacy. Something you know will be good for your legacy. But you haven't yet put the proper investment in. It's going to take you about 6 months to do it. To start putting in the proper investment. Let's get your magnetic poetry. Okay. Here you go. Here you go, Leo. Sorry, I don't mean to be demure about anything here. Like I said, don't freak out about anything you see. It's just a month. And to be honest with you, there are a lot of different interpretations for a lot of these cards. Okay? All right? There's an ending for an ending here in a couple of weeks. And, you know, it's going to be all right. I just think that, you know, you got to remember not to act out of impulsivity. Huh? Okay. Anyway, Leo, thank you so much for watching. If this actually makes sense to you, or you enjoy what I do, typically, hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you aren't already. And stay tuned in the future for when I open up personal readings. Because personal readings are not as non-specific as this. Right? All right. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye. Okay. There you go. Here's your spread. There's your spread. All right. Okay, thanks. Bye.